and I don't believe there's an objection.
That is without objection, Your Honor.
Yeah, it's a new case, so we'll come back on 210, full cycle continuance.
Then I have Randall Booker in 23 CF 1346. There's a waiver on file for Mr. Booker. We have taken a considerable number of depositions. We had some depositions scheduled. Just recently, one of the officers wasn't available, so we do need to continue that a full cycle so that we can take that officer's depo. We're trying to get that done before the February 10th date, but I don't have a date secured.
Is this the last discovery that you're anticipating at this point?
Yes, Your Honor, and there was also OSI was involved, and I just wanted to go back and physically put eyes on their file to make sure we have everything. They have assured us we do, but it never hurts to check, and I'll do all that before that as well.
Okay.
So we should be done after that.
Judge, I'm hesitant to say it's the last, but we're certainly working to make sure that we have everything.
Okay, very good. We'll continue until 210.
The next one is Kyle Chapman in 23 CF 1015. May we approach, Your Honor?
You may.
Our Sunday hours. We're open now 7 days a week. Normal hours that you've been expecting, but now we're open Saturday 10 to 4, Sunday 10 to 3, and it's both our Crestview, Fort Walton Beach, and Eglin Air Force Base locations. So you have things to do, go and do it. Just know the UPS store is going to be here. Again, Sundays 10 until 3 p.m.
For years, I proudly served Florida as a state trooper. During that time, I investigated over 1,000 car, motorcycle, and trucking crashes. My mission was simple, to help the victims. Now, as an injury attorney, I can do even more to help accident victims. Hi, I'm attorney.
So for today, we're just coming back on a docket day for a plea, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so 12:16 and 9 a.m. for plea.
And the last, excuse me, the last case that's under Flaherty is John Haynes in 24 CF 1864.
Did we continue Edwards too?
We did, Judge. We actually have 2 Edwards files. There's one, because he was an inmate, there's one also set for Wednesday. So my plan is to show back up Wednesday and clean all that up.
Okay,
But 23 CF 2081 was continued to February.
okay.
So the last one I have under Flaherty is John Haynes, 24 CF 1864. There's a waiver on file for Mr. Haynes. I'm requesting a full cycle continuance based on the nature of the charge. There may be a discrepancy as to Mr. Haynes' status, but unfortunately we're trying to collect that from another state, so we need a little bit more time.
What do you mean by status? Like where he's at?
No, sir. The charge requires a prior adjudication, and because it was from a state that does things a little bit differently than us, we are trying to confirm that. And I did discuss this with ASA Giardina. I don't believe she has an objection.
No, Your Honor.
So we'll continue this till 2:10?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What about William Goreforth? That's another one I've got. Was that
Did
continued?
you say go forth? Yes, sir. That was continued to 2:10.
Okay. I know we continued several of yours, but I thought I had noted all of them that we continued. I must have missed those.
So for the cases that are under my name,
Okay.
I have Nikki Jones.
Okay, hold on, so let me get yours. Okay.
Nikki Jones is 24 CF 2058. There is a waiver on file for Mr. Jones. Still waiting on the return of some property in coordination with law enforcement in Tennessee. I believe ASA Giardina is still working on that.
That's correct.
So we are requesting a full cycle continuance because that will certainly get us closer to resolution if we can get that property back.
You're good. This is a new case, so we'll continue until 2:10. What about Teven Everett? That's the one I have on yours.
That one was also continued to 2:20. We've got pending depositions in that case. I'm sorry, 2:10.
2:10. Okay, we'll continue to 2:10.
And same thing with Hoskins, if you still see that one on your list.
That one's not on my list.
Okay. So the last one that I should have, Judge, is Matthew Kminchek, which is 24 CF 1625.
Correct?
Mr. Kminchek is present and approaching, and we have reached an agreement, Judge, if I may approach.
You may.
And Judge, Mr.
Thank you.
Kamenchek in 24 CF 1625 is withdrawing his previously entered not guilty plea. He is entering a no contest plea to the pretrial intervention program. We do have an executed PTI agreement he will take with him to probation. So in exchange for entering, he is being placed on the PTI docket and the PTI program with the terms that are outlined in the referral, which would include 24 hours of community service, a substance abuse evaluation within 30 days, and any recommended treatment. If he successfully completes PTI, he'll be allowed to withdraw his plea. If he does not, he would be placed back on the docket for sentencing.
State,
That is the state's agreement, Your Honor.
is the defense okay with the guidelines?
Yes, no objection to the score sheet, Judge.
And how do you pronounce your name? Kmetchik?
Kmetchik.
Kmetchik. Mr. Kmetchik, you heard your attorney state the terms of the plea agreement, and I see those same terms are contained in the written plea agreement. Have you had, I assume you've had a chance to go over in detail this
Yes, Your
plea
Honor.
agreement and had all your legal questions answered?
Yes, Your
You
Honor.
understand you're waiving the right to go to a trial. This is a little bit of a unique, it's kind of a hybrid between a PTI and a standard plea agreement. And it's important for you to note that it's kind of a high risk, high reward. The high reward is if you complete it, which there's no reason you shouldn't, you get your charges dismissed. You don't complete it, you go right to sentencing. So you're bypassing the whole, you're basically, pleading guilty, and you go right to sentencing if you don't complete the PTI. I want to make sure you understand that dynamic.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you believe you've had all your questions answered by your attorney about how this works and everything?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, based upon that, the court will accept your plea, and the defendant will be placed on pretrial intervention program with the terms outlined in the referral, and upon completion, you'll be allowed to withdraw the plea. And at that point, the charge will be dismissed, correct?
That's correct, Judge.
I have to withdraw. It actually doesn't say that here, but I think that's implied, Ms. Mayor. I just want to make sure you've
It is, Judge.
got enough that you're comfortable with.
Contemplation that a no process will be filed once he has completed the terms of the PTI agreement.
Okay. And obviously, if you don't complete the PTI, as we discussed, you come right back for sentencing.
And his PTI is for a 10-month term.
Very good. Any questions? Okay.
I believe that's all I have, Judge.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And you do have the right to appeal this, even though you've just entered into the agreement. Mr. Dara.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Your Honor, I'm covering for Mr. Garrett as well, if I can do his cases first.
You want to do his first?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, hold on a second, let me find his case.
Garrett, okay. I forgot to say, he said it earlier.
Okay,
Your Honor, Mr. Garrett's first client is Mr. Kaler, 24 CF 1642. If we can leave him on plea or continue for docket day.
very good. We'll continue this till docket day, which is next 12/16, next Monday, for plea or continue.
His next case is Ms. Clinton Moore, 24 CF 1288. If we can leave Ms. Clinton on plea or continue for docket day.
Would you announce that, I want to make sure I got the right, I have a slightly different name.
I believe it's Clinton.
Clinton is the last name, is it 24 CF 1288?
Correct, Your Honor.
I've got the first name as DeQuina.
That is right.
Okay, so I didn't understand it correct. So what are we doing on this?
If we can leave Ms. Clinton on docket day, plea or continue.
Same thing?
Correct.
Okay. Plea or continue for docket day next Monday,
And then
16th.
Mr. Garrett's last case is Catherine Copeland, 24 CF 884. There are depositions set on January 14th, if she can be continued to pass that date.
Okay, we'll continue at a full cycle. It's a relatively new case.
Thank you, Your
Continue
Honor.
to 210.
And then if I can switch over to my cases on the docket.
Okay, hold on a second, let me find yours. Go ahead.
And there are waivers on file for all of them, Judge. The first one is Mr. Anthus, 24 CF 2317. If we can leave him on plea or continue for docket day, we might be able to get that resolved.
Very good, we'll continue it till 12/16, plea or continue.
The next case is Mr. Georges, 24 CF 997. Judge, I was able to go to the sheriff's office and review the warrants and evidence there. I've spoken with ASA Basso. We've agreed to continue it to the next pretrial. There's still some things that we need to work out.
That's correct, Your Honor, it's without objection.
Very good. Court will continue this till 2:10. This is a relatively new case as well.
Thank you, Your Honor. Next case is Mr. Gordon, 23 CF 1285 and 23 CF 1286. If we can leave him on plea or continue for docket day, the state would like to speak with the victim in the case, and I think we should be able to get it resolved next cycle.
That is correct, Judge.
So we're just coming back on docket day?
Correct, Your Honor.
Okay. So you said next cycle, so next week.
Well, I believe it'll be plea or trial next cycle, but if we can get it resolved on Monday, that'll be the goal, Judge.
Okay, so we'll continue until next Monday?
Correct, Your
And
Honor.
then plea or continue, okay.
Judge, the next case is Mr. Josephs, 24 CF 1833. If we can leave Mr. Josephs on plea or continue for docket day, we might have a plea on that day.
State,
That's correct, Judge.
we'll continue this till docket day as well on 12/16, plea or continue.
The last case I have is Mr. Kennedy, 24 CF 897. Depositions are scheduled for January 22nd. If Mr. Kennedy can go on the 210 docket, Judge.
Okay. Continue this till 2:10, at least there's
Thank you, Your Honor. I believe
making some
that's,
progress.
I believe that's all I have.
That's it. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you, Your
Have a
Honor.
nice day.
You as well.
Ms. Dudley back from Ms. Brown. Okay. Good morning, Ms. Dudley.
I'm covering for Cassie Reed, if I can handle her two cases first.
You want to do hers first?
Yes, sir.
Hold on just a second.
Yes, sir.
Threw me a curveball.
Yes, sir, sorry.
Go ahead.
I think the first one she has is William Geis in 24 CF 2192. She says she's still waiting on the paper, she has a paper discovery, still waiting on e.com, so that's for continuance in the next pretrial.
It's a new case, so the court will continue it till full cycle 2:10.
And the next one she has is Fitzgerald in 24 CF 2072. Same thing, she's waiting on e.com, she continues to ask for continuance in the next pretrial.
We'll continue the full cycle. That's a brand-new case as well.
Yes, sir.
That's
Right.
all hers, right?
Yes, sir, that's all she
Okay.
has. The first case I have is Desmond Bankston.
Okay.
23 CF 1287, 23 CF 1288. Your Honor, I'm still trying to get some transcripts, so I got this, I'm like third or fourth attorney on this case. I am waiting on some transcript for some depots that were done previously. I have talked to the state about this case, about the videos, so we can get a continuance to the next pretrial. Hopefully, we can get it worked out by the end, but I gotta figure out if I need to do more depots or not.
Okay. State,
Yes, Your Honor, we will have a resolution by then.
very good. So we'll continue this matter until 2:10, 9 a.m.
Now, the next case I have is Keith Clark in 24 CF 2404. I would ask for a continuance to the next pretrial. We have a deposition set in January.
Continue this matter until 2:10.
Next I have is Malik Coward at 23 CF 2274. We are in the process of setting the depositions in this case. I would ask for a continuance to the next pretrial.
State,
That's correct, Your Honor, no objection.
continue this till 2:10.
And the same thing on Tyrese Davis in 23 CF 2273. We are in the process of setting depositions. He is co-defendant to Mr. Coward. We can continue to the next pretrial.
Continue till 2:10.
Then I have John Elmore in 22 CF 2580. I would ask for continuance. We are set for a motion to suppress hearing on the 20th.
20th of this month?
Yes.
Okay. Continue this matter until 2:10.
Next I have is Montrez Glover in 23 CF 2357. The state is working on getting me the cell phone downloads for this case. I'm also 90% done with the motion to suppress, so I ask for a continuance to the next cycle.
Okay. You are anticipating a motion to suppress?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And hopefully a motion to dismiss once I get the cell phone downloads.
And Your Honor, the cell phone download should be in Ms. Dudley's possession in the next few days.
Okay. Very good. We'll continue this till 2:10.
Yes, sir. Then I have Kamaya James in 24 CF 2180. Yeah, if we can leave her set for docket day for P or C, we are trying to work out paying restitution in this case.
Okay. We'll continue till 12/16 for plea or continue.
Yes, sir. Next I have is William Killingsworth in 23 CF 2156. We are we have just received some updated addresses for some of the witnesses, so we'll be setting some more depositions. So I ask for continuance in this matter. The next pretrial, Your Honor.
Does that kind of look like they're coming in for a landing on the discovery?
We had depots, some people didn't show up, so we gotta redo them. It's gonna be a stand your ground case, Your Honor.
Okay. So we'll continue this till 2:10.
Yes, sir. The last thing I have is Keith Crone and 24 CF 1155. I think depots are being set in February, probably. There's multiple co-defendants, so I'd ask for continuance to the next pretrial.
I'm still going to do it
Yes,
even
sir.
though you don't have depots until after the next pretrial. I'm going to go ahead and set it on the next pretrial just so we can kind of keep our hands on it.
Yes, sir.
2:10.
Your Honor, I have 3 set for Wednesday, if I can handle those. I do have a list of case numbers for you.
You guys are killing me with these. Can't keep up with them.
I did give give the case number to the clerk as well, and I spoke to the state about it.
Okay, and what are we doing with these?
Samantha, on all 3, I'm gonna leave them set for docket day for PRC. Ms. Allen, I have asked the state for an offer.
Okay, so on each one of them, if they're being set, announce the name,
Yes, sir.
the case for the thing,
sir.
and then,
Samantha Allen at 21 CF 2810, we have to leave it set docket day for PRC. Harold Guerrero, 24 CF 1247, 23 CF 482, we asked for less for docket day PRC. And then Jabari Imani, 24 CF 1556, left for docket day for PRC. And I have discussed all these with the state, Your Honor.
okay, very good. We'll continue all those 3 until 12:16 for plea or continue.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Your Honor. That's all I have.
Thank you. Mr. Rare. Morning. Hold on a second, let me get yours.
And this morning, Judge, I think all mine, Mr. Rupella's cases will be under Rupella. I just have to
Very
get
good.
listed.
Go ahead, I've got them.
Perfect. The first I have, Your Honor, is Harold Creighton. We just finished the first round of depositions in that case, and speaking with the state, Mr. Sprouse, I think we're likely very close to resolution we discussed. I think one cycle continuance, we should be able to have it done.
Very good. We'll continue this till 2:10. It's a new case.
Next I have is Mercedes Inscutt. She's first time up. We're going through the initial round of discovery we've received. I'd ask for 210 for her.
State,
No objection, Your Honor.
court will continue this till 2:10.
Next I have, Judge, is Mr. Pavel Harna. The same thing, Judge, first time up, reviewing the initial discovery, asking for 210.
Now, what is the name?
Pavel Harna, H-A-R.
What's that?
Oh, John, I apologize, Judge.
That's all right. There's 24 CF 2087?
Right.
Okay. That's a new case. Where are we at?
Same thing as Miss Mercedes Inscutt, first time up, reviewing the initial discovery download from the state, asking for a one cycle
Very
continuance.
good. Continue until 2:10.
Next I should have on the dock is Mr. Siam Junlakan.
Okay.
Your Honor, he's present. We've reviewed the plea agreement previously, but he's going to sign a hard copy here today. And Sam, I just need you to sign a date on this part right here.
I'm going to read this afternoon because I don't have it on me today.
Briefly now before approaching, in 24 CF 939, Mr. Siam Junlakan would tender a plea of no contest as charged. The agreement with the state would be a withhold of adjudication, 2 years standard probation. He may early terminate after 12 months if all conditions are complete and he's had no violations. Standard court cost of $515 would be assessed. There would be a $2,050 total cost of transportation due to the sheriff's office, Okaloosa. There's a $15,010 total restitution award payable to Mr. William Head to be paid through probation. 48 hours community service work, complete the anti-theft class, maintain gainful employment. Mr. Junakhan is a resident of the state of Nevada. He flew back in today to complete the plea. Part of the agreement with the state is he must obviously report to probation here today following the plea, but we have no objection from the state for him to be able to get a travel pass to return back home to Nevada to report remotely until they transfer his probation to his home state of Nevada. If I could approach.
Probation.
I had a hard time hearing, but did you say he's a resident of another state?
Yes,
Okay.
Nevada.
He's a resident within the meaning of compact, he's lived there for more than a year.
Yeah, he lives in Nevada. In San Antonio.
I've been there 5 years.
5 years.
Almost 5.
As long as we can verify his residence today, we should be able to issue a 7-day travel pass.
All right, and that should give you all enough time to do the paperwork, I assume?
I'm sorry.
That should give you enough time to complete the paperwork for the transfer?
We will request reporting instructions if we can verify his residence today. We will issue a 7-day travel pass. If we do not get reporting instructions, they have to come back while we are doing the transfer. That's entirely up to the other state.
Okay, what's important to understand, Mr., how do you pronounce it, John Lakin?
Yes, sir.
Is it, we're entering this plea agreement, but probation is a separate entity that I don't control them. They don't work for me. There are certain rules that they have to follow, just like there's certain rules I have to. So what you just heard is probation's requirements. In other words, there's not a guarantee, as we sit here today, that probation will be transferred. I'm not saying it's not, but it's not up to me. Do you understand that?
Yes, John.
Okay. Is the state in agreement?
The state is in agreement, Your Honor, and this is not a downward departure. This score sheet will be submitted this afternoon to the court.
Okay. Mr. John Lakeman, would you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So you heard your attorney state the terms of the plea agreement, and I see those same terms are in the written plea agreement that you've signed. Have you read this closely and gone over it in detail with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that by entering this plea agreement, this will be a final adjudication of this case,
Yes,
and you're waiving the right to go to a trial and to force the state to prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand that?
yes, Your Honor.
You believe that's in your best interest?
Yes, sir.
And have you had all your legal questions answered by your attorney about the plea agreement?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you're entering this freely and voluntarily.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any further questions?
No, sir.
Based upon that testimony, the court will accept your plea. There'll be a withhold of adjudication. The court is sentencing the defendant to 2 years standard probation, and you may terminate early after 12 months if all conditions are completed and there are no violations. Court cost of $515, $2,050 cost of transportation to Okaloosa County Sheriff's Department, and a total of $15,010 of restitution payable to William Head, and 48 hours of community service, complete an anti-theft class, maintain gainful employment. Is there any, often when there's significant restitution such as this, is there any required payments of, I mean, you could technically wait until the 11th hour, 1 year, 11 months from now to pay that?
We did not contemplate a particular monthly payment schedule, and if he has the ability to pay and does not, there would be a violation. We discussed that. But it's my understanding that he does believe he has the ability to make the payments per the written plea agreement.
What are the payments? There are no payments,
No,
that's my
on
point.
the fees stated therein.
I mean the full amount.
Yes.
Okay. Well, as long as you guys have agreed to it and the victim is is comfortable with it. That's good. I just wanted to make sure what we're doing. Okay. And as I said before, you know, the court is not objecting to you transferring your probation to Nevada, but it's up to the Department of Probation to handle that properly. Okay?
Yes.
Okay. And if you'll go ahead and talk to the probation now, and they'll tell you where to go and all that. And you do have 30 days to appeal this matter.
Last I should have on the docket, Judge, is William Onk, O-O-N-K. Judge, in Mr. Onk's case, he's got several co-defendants reporting with the state and other counsel for depositions. The dates keep getting pushed back through conflicts. I think the last date I heard they were trying to lock down was February 27th. That's after our next pretrial. I don't know if the court would be okay with a 2-cycle continuance, given that those are the dates we're looking at. I'll defer to the court on that.
Well, just because we're going to have somebody new coming on board, just to allow everybody to have their hands on the case, let's continue just one full cycle. I understand. You can announce at that time there's depositions, 3 weeks from then, and you'll have some other cases, so they'll do that. So we'll continue till 2:10.
All right, I believe that's all I have, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Have a nice day. Mr. Albritton?
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning, Judge.
Good morning.
Rick Albritton here on behalf of Calvin Barnes. This is case number 24 CF 2065. Mr. Barnes. And Your Honor, pursuant to an agreement with the state, Mr. Barnes has agreed to withdraw his earlier entered plea of not guilty, enter a no contest plea to a lesser included of misdemeanor battery. The adjudication of guilt will be withheld. $687 in court costs and fines, payable no later than 60 days before the termination of defendant's supervision. It will be 11 months and 29 days of county probation. No contact with the victim directly or indirectly unless the victim files with a supervising officer a written declaration agreeing to contact. And will complete the batterer's intervention program no later than 60 days before the termination of his probation. May I approach?
Very good. Yes, sir. State.
That is the state's agreement, Your Honor, and I can provide the statute number for the lesser included if needed.
Please do.
That is 784.031A.
What am I missing? Where's the agreement?
It's on the front page, Your Honor.
Are you trying to complicate it for me? Make it an
That
official
was
form?
Mr. Sprouse, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Barnes, would you raise your right hand, sir? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do, Your Honor.
State in agreement?
The state is in agreement, Your Honor.
Mr. Barnes, you heard your attorney state the terms of your plea agreement, and I see those same terms are contained in the written plea agreement that you have, make sure, I assume you have, that you've signed. Have you gone over this plea agreement closely and had all your legal questions answered by your attorney about the agreement? You understand that by entering this plea agreement, you're waiving the right to go to a trial, force the state to prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt in order to get a final resolution of this case here today?
I do, Your Honor.
And that this is a final resolution here today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And you're entering this freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
Based upon that, the court will accept your plea agreement, and the adjudication of guilt is withheld. And obviously, standard conditions of probation, standard costs, payable not later than 60 days before termination of the defendant's supervision. And the defendant is sentenced to 11 months, 29 days of county probation. And importantly, two unique conditions. One is no contact with the victim, Catherine Bowden, directly or indirectly, unless the victim files with the supervising officer a written declaration agreeing to contact for a set period or revoke it in writing. That's an important one. You just need to understand this is a one-sided no contact. She could walk up to you out in public, you're in violation, she's not. She could call you on the phone, you're in violation, she's not. You understand that? Okay? It's your obligation to recede from her in all situations. And the reason why I'm saying it real clearly is because if you violate this, they'll bust you on this probation and try and come back at you and look for time. Okay? And you also need to complete the Batters Intervention Program. It's a good program, but it does take several months. So you need to get on that thing. If you wait until 2 months before the end of your probation, you're not gonna get it done. Okay? Any questions? Okay, you have, no?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. You have 30 days to appeal this.
Thank you, Your Honor. That concludes my business this morning.
Thank you. Have a good day. Okay. I'm going to have, Mr. Powell, I think we passed over you, so I assume you're up next. Good morning. Hold on just a sec here. Okay. Would you announce your case?
Judge, I have Brandon Lanew.
Okay.
We filed a written motion to continue, and I believe we've already got a signed order back, but it was still
You
on the
did.
docket. We have deposition set in February.
Okay, yeah. I recall signing those. We just didn't get the motions in till late in the week, so.
Thank you, Judge.
It is signed, so it's continued until February 10th.
Thank you, Judge. And same situation, I believe, for Juan Carlos
Batista, correct. It's continued till February 10th as well.
Thank you, Judge. And then I had Lori Adams. It's on the docket under Wanda Morgan is the attorney of record. I'm
Okay,
co-counsel.
hold on a second, let me, correct, Lori Adams, 24 CF 1717.
Thank you. We're close to reaching a resolution in this case, I believe.
Yes,
Reached I believe the state's going to offer a deferred prosecution agreement.
that's correct, that's
Can we get it done by next week?
Oh, definitely.
Docket day? Okay.
Miss-
Why don't we just come back on docket day?
Sure. Ms. Adams does live out of state. I just need to get the agreement from the state.
I believe it's been sent already, but I'll verify that.
So it'll be a misdemeanor?
Deferred prosecution agreement.
deferred,
Yeah.
okay.
We just got to get the paperwork signed.
Okay,
so.
very good. So we'll just continue to 16th and hopefully we can get it done before then.
Very good.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge. Then I received a message from Randy Catalinic this morning. I'm going to stand in for him.
Okay, hold on a second here.
Sure.
He's got several. Do you have his cases?
I thought they sent it to you, I think Nico already sent it to you, but I'll.
Do you have his cases?
I do.
Go ahead.
The first matter is Christopher Kraft.
Okay.
That's 24 CF 768. And Judge, for all of Mr. Catalinic's matters, I believe he wants them just placed on docket day for to continue, but I believe he was under the weather today, and
It makes two of us.
may be able to work it out on docket day. So for
Okay.
Christopher Kraft, we just ask clear continue.
Okay, continue until 12/16, plea or continue.
Thank you, Judge. The next matter is Abraham Evans.
What about Baltazar Kubayas Rodas? That one of yours? That's the second one up on Mr. Kaplan.
Same situation, Judge, if we could put it on
Okay,
12.
that's one of them, okay. So we'll continue till 12/16. And then the next one is Abraham Alex Evans Jr.
Clear continue on 12/16.
Okay. That's an older case, so hopefully he can explain where things are at on that. I'm not going to press you on it because you're just standing in.
Thank you. Then I believe he has Dalton, is it Kitson?
Kitson, correct? So we'll continue that until 12/16 again, plea or continue, and
Your Honor, there's a motion to suppress hearing set for the 17th for Kitson.
the 17th of this month,
Yes, Your Honor. If you want to do a full cycle continuance on that?
okay? We'll continue, is that
That's
all
fine,
right?
just leave it set for the 17th, and I guess we can address it, he can address it then.
Well, we'll go, we need to keep it on the books, so we'll continue it. He's gonna do it anyway on the 17th, there's no use coming back on the 16th.
Sure.
So we'll come back on, full cycle will be 2/12.
Very good.
Your Honor, is it 210 or 212?
Correct. 210,
Thank you.
thank you.
Yeah, Sarah Humbry,
Sarah Hembry?
Humbry,
Hembry, right, got it? 24 CF 1895.
he's asking for clear continuing on docket day.
Okay. Same thing, plea or continue.
I believe that is,
That's all I got for Mr. Catalan.
thank you, Judge, he was
Hope
not
he
feeling
feels
very
better.
well this morning, but he'll see you on docket day.
Okay, thank you.
That's all I have this morning.
Thank you very much.
Have a good day. Thank you.
I'm gonna let the lawyers decide who came first, and if you haven't signed the form, come on up. Announce your name, because that's the one that,
Junior Farquharson, behalf of Jamal Ambersley.
okay. Hold on.
Mr. Ambersley is present.
What's the case number?
24 CF 001098.
Hold on just a second. Okay, go ahead.
Then I'd reached an agreement with the prosecutor on the case, but I haven't seen him in court, so I don't know.
So you have it in writing? You have the written agreement?
We have another written agreement, but we had reached it verbally on a verbal agreement, but we haven't.
Okay.
done.
So then why don't we come back, what is the case number again?
24 CF 001098.
1098?
Yes, yeah.
So why don't we come back next Monday? You guys can get it in a written plea agreement.
Next
figure out
Monday
where
is
we're
not
going.
feasible for me. Could we put it
Okay.
for another date?
Where are we at with the agreement?
Your Honor, this is Mr. Sprouse's case.
Why don't you hang around and see if you can get it done today?
Is he available? Zero. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Is he gonna be here?
I will discuss it with you, sir.
Oh, you're.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
So we'll just pass over. Okay.
Good morning, Your
Keach.
Honor.
Good morning.
For the record, Jeremy Keach. First case on the docket is going to be State of Florida versus James Banks, 22 CF 2776. James is present, coming before the court. Judge, if we can move this to your next cycle, I know this is an older case. The state and I had been working on it. There's been some developments, so if we can move it one cycle, we'll try to get in for a landing.
Okay, this is Banks?
Yes, sir.
Okay. State,
That's no objection.
Okay, court will continue this one full cycle till February 10th at 9 a.m.
Anytime you call, schedule an appointment. Okay. Next case on the docket is going to be State of Florida versus Jessica Baravecchio, 24 CF 1078. Ms. Baravecchio is one of about 15 to 20 people involved in a case where we've been working for about 2 months to get deposition scheduled. I believe we have a date of February 27th. So if we can move it one cycle, I know that'll be before the deposition date, but
Even if it's before, let's go ahead and do it, just so you can give Judge Clark kind of an update on where things are at.
Yes,
We'll
sir.
continue till 2:10.
Thank you.
9 a.m.
Okay. Judge, I'm also here on behalf of a couple other attorneys. First one's going to be Robert Dees. Mr. Dees has on the docket Nathaniel Hawkins, 24 CF 1204.
Hold on just a second, let me
Yes,
get,
sir.
okay, Nathaniel Hawkins, got it?
The parties conducted depositions on November 27th. However, some people failed to appear, so he's asking for a continuance.
We'll continue until 2:10.
Thank you, Your Honor. And then I'm also here on behalf of Attorney Charles Williams, who is in multiple places today. He has 2 cases on your docket, I think.
Hold on, let me get to his.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, I got him. Hammett, Lacey Hammett.
Lacey Hammett, 23 CF 1073. His notes indicated that he was recently appointed to Ms. Hammett's case. I believe he hasn't really been able to get in touch with you. And so he's asking for a continuance in that matter, Judge.
State, where are we at with this? This is over a year old. Did he just get this? Did Mr. Williams just get this case?
He did. His notes indicate that he was appointed on October 28th, give or take.
Okay.
Your Honor, I've been in discussions with Mr. Williams regarding this case. If we can just have a one-cycle continuance, it will be resolved.
Very good. We'll continue until 2:10 and 9 a.m. Stay in touch with your attorney, ma'am.
It's a PTI recall, Your Honor, by the way.
Thank you.
The next case that Mr. Williams has on your docket, it's going to be Michelle Johnson, 24 CF 2064. There's been an amended offer, it looks like, to Ms. Johnson. He just hasn't had an opportunity to get up with her, so he's asking to continue it to 2:10.
Come on.
No objection, Your Honor.
You want to do a full cycle or just come back on docket day?
We could set this for docket day, Your Honor. I don't know if Mr. Williams will be. I don't believe so.
Do you want to do a full cycle or we're docket? I don't know how close you all are to a resolution.
Full cycle, Your Honor.
Full cycle.
If that's okay.
Okay, we'll continue until 2:10.
February 10th. Yeah, I'll give you these email. And Judge, that's everything I have today. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Notes?
Judge, I'm covering Jason Cobb, and I've got my case, but his Cobb is Paula Carter.
Okay, got it.
Judge, she's present, 24 CF 1980. Judge, he's asked that we put it, I think he believes you have a miscellaneous docket on the 12th, and the state has conveyed an offer that he believes.
The 12th of what?
So if he can just put it on the 12th?
12th of?
This month?
Okay.
Okay.
He actually, let me
We
just.
do have this, how are we doing on that? Do we have, is it for a plea?
Judge, he expects it to be a plea. And he's asking if it could be put on, I think, for the afternoon of the 12th.
Okay. What's this for continuance?
Covered from my foot.
Is it like a lengthy plea?
4:30 it starts at.
1:30. Do we have, are there arraignments? So you want to do this at 2:30 right after arraignment? Okay, so we'll do it at 2:30 on 12/13, which is the next miscellaneous date. We'll come back at 2:30.
Okay.
For a plea.
I'll let him know, Judge. Be back at 12:13, so that's today's the, what's today? the 9th, so the 13th would be Thursday at 2:30. Very good. Huh? Oh, wait a minute.
There's Rachel.
Are you sure it's
13th is
Friday?
Thursday, isn't it?
Oh, Thursday's the 12th.
What's that?
The 12th is Thursday.
If you don't have a docket on Friday.
Mr. Nopes is the 12th, not the 13th.
That's what I said, and y'all changed it. She said 13th.
You want to talk about Dorado?
I know, my bad.
Thursday, the 12th.
Yeah, I know.
It's this Thursday, the 12th.
Judge, my case is I have Alicia Dean.
Okay, hold on a second, let me get yours.
We're still working on, there's no, we've done all the depositions and discovery, but
Yeah, hold on a second, hold on. Okay, Alicia Dean is 22 CF 2547, where are we at? Sorry.
Judge, we're going to leave it set for docket day. The state has asked us to provide some information, and she promised me she'll have it this Wednesday, which means she'll have it Monday. So if we leave it set, clear continuance on,
Very good, so we'll plea or continue on docket day, which is next Monday, the 16th.
this will be back here. When you get that, you call my office and get it up there.
Well, Your Honor, before we say plea or continue, I just want Mr. Nopes, I told Mr., I don't think I told Mr. Nopes, but the state does have, it subs out, I know that there's at least one trial week that's really not good, but the state's trying to get this one moved if we can, so if we don't get the stuff, then we need to talk about setbacks.
Okay.
Judge, I can just, I'll tell the court that I've already got a pre-planned trip for my birthday, which is the 26th. I'm going to be gone the afternoon of the 25th. Won't be back.
We'll work through it.
Thank you, Judge. I just want to put it on the record, that's all. Everybody knows.
Okay. We an approach.
In a car accident, I'd be honored to help you. Call or visit us at browninglawfirm.com.
So we'll see the court on Monday on
Correct.
Alicia Dean. Judge Samantha Hill, I was almost done drafting my motion to suppress, but I had to order the transcripts from the depots, and so I just want to continue it, and I'll get that filed.
This is a new case. We'll continue until 2:10 at 9 a.m.
Judge, I then have Karen Heiler.
You've got two cases,
Judge, there are two cases.
22 CF 658 and 23 CF 1429.
Set for Monday. Are you able to get the document information we talked about? We'll walk out of here, you give me that information, we'll leave it set for Monday, Judge, okay? And we'll see where we're at on that, on Monday. Well, man, they got phones, they work 24 hours a day. We talked last week, you could have called the day you talked. Wait on the outside. Judge, let's put it on Monday.
Okay, we'll continue this 12, 16.
Yes, sir.
That for a plea?
Judge, I've got some information she's getting me, and if she does in fact provide to me what she says that she can, I will be drafting a motion to suppress the statement that was given in the trafficking case.
Okay.
I then have Kimberly Lovelace. Judge, Ms. Lovelace's case, this is part of that bigger FDLE investigation that's got, I don't know, 12, 15, 17 co-defendants, and the state's not made any offers, and they're not ready to make an offer. And those depots, I think, are gonna be February 27th. That we're having a hard time putting together a place that we can get that many attorneys room and state and court reporter and witnesses.
Right.
February 27th is what I'm hearing, so it needs.
Let's just come back on the 10th, just to give Judge Clark kind of an update on where these are at.
February 10th then?
Correct. That's the next pre-trial.
Judge, then I think the last case I have is Rebecca Rollins. It's a new case for me. I was gonna ask the state if they could just convey an offer, and then Monday, let's say put on Monday, and maybe we can resolve it.
State?
Your Honor, this is a co-defendant to someone in my alphabet, so this is my case. Yes, we can leave it on docket day, and there is, I think, we can talk about it.
Okay, we do.
Okay, so we'll bring him back on 12/16 for a plea or continue.
On the offer, I'll chat with you later in the week, because I'll probably have the offer. Okay, I'll talk to you. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Judge, unless you've got something else, I believe that's all I've got.
That's all I've got for you.
Thank you, Judge.
What? You had, she's got, clerk's got one. Josephson? Is that all they're about?
You know what, Judge? My son said that it's not on the docket under my name, but he believes it is on the docket.
Whose name?
Who's it listed under?
Under yours, I'm looking at the written plea of not guilty right now.
Hold on a second.
It's, yeah.
It's not on mine.
Judge, it's.
What's the name again?
Leon Josephson,
Joseph?
and he was just appointed on the 3rd.
Why don't we just continue to full cycle? Do you have that number?
Judge, I do. It is 24 CF 2334. And Judge, here. Judge, based on this, I mean, it's a low end third-degree felony, so I'm thinking if we could leave it set for Monday, we might be able to.
That's fine.
resolve it. So
Let's, if we can put it on that docket for Monday, 12. Give me the name and the case number again. Josephson. Josephson. Yeah, Josephson, 24 CF. That's the wrong one. Where's the case number? 24 CF. You got worse eyesight than I do. Okay, 24 CF 2334. So we'll continue that for docket day, maybe a possible resolution.
yes, sir. I believe that's
Clear,
it, Judge.
continue. Anything else, Madam Clerk? You're good, Mr. Nopes.
Thank you, Judge. Colin said
Counsel.
at the end of the week. Okay, good.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ed Ellis here on behalf of Susan Benedict and also a separate case, Jeremiah Benedict.
Okay.
We're going to leave it set for this coming Monday.
What are the case numbers?
I don't have the file, Your Honor. I'll have to have the state announce it.
Your Honor, the case of Mr. Jeremiah Joel Benedict is going to be 23 CF 1990. And the case of Ms. Susan Benedict, it's 23 CF 1989.
And we'll continue these till next week?
That's
16th?
correct, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Madden.
Good morning, Your Honor. John Madden here on behalf of Michael Belden, 24 CF 2126.
Hold on a second, let me get that one, let me pull it up. Very good.
Your Honor, we are Mr. Sprouse is handling this case, and we're in the middle of getting depositions set.
Okay.
We think they'll be we're hoping for January, probably late January. So I'd like
This
to
is the
ask
first
for-
cycle, this is the
Yes, sir,
first
it
time
is.
up, so we'll continue it till February 10th.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Have a good night. Sure. You may.
Good morning again. Your Honor, we have agreed.
Do you all have an agreement, a plea agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you, okay, go ahead and announce it.
Yes, Your Honor, we've agreed to.
Do you have by any chance an extra copy I can read along? If you only got one, don't worry about it, just go ahead and read that.
Okay. We have agreed to adjudication of guilt of a lesser included offense. He was initially charged with habitual as a felony, but we have decided to downfall to lesser included, which is a misdemeanor. And he will pay $270 in court costs, and we'll give him credit for time served as a sentence.
Very
That's
good.
it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
State?
Your Honor, that is the state's agreement, and it will be a lesser included to driving on a suspended license, second or subsequent.
And the statutory cite is contained in the plea agreement, Madam Clerk. How do you pronounce your last name, sir? Armbrusley. Mr. Armbrusley, would you raise your right hand, sir? Do you swear or affirm that the information you're about to provide this court is the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Okay. So, you heard your attorney state the terms of the plea agreement, and I see that those same terms are contained in the written plea agreement that you've signed. So I just want to make sure you have gone over this plea agreement with your attorney. You've had all your legal questions answered. And you understand that by entering this plea agreement, you're resolving this case today, but you're waiving the right to go to a trial. You understand this will be a final resolution of your case here today. Do you understand that? Are you entering this freely and voluntarily? Freely. Very good. Based upon that testimony, the court will accept your plea agreement. There'll be an adjudication of guilt to the lesser included offense of driving on a suspended license, second or subsequent. Statutory cites contained in the plea agreement. You will have $270 in court costs, and technically the sentence is credit for time served. So you're finished with that. But you do have those court costs. I'm going to ask you, is the state okay with giving the defendant 180 days to pay the court costs?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Just stick in here, right in here, the defendant has 180 days. You come. You can come.
Also, Your Honor, it's $300 in court costs.
300, so it's $300 in court costs. Okay. But you have 180 days to pay it. And the reason why that's important is if you don't pay it by then they'll come after your driver. Well, you don't have a driver's license anyway. You don't have a driver's license now because you're on a suspended. That's why you're here. Anyway. I know it's hard to live around places like this without a driver's license. But you can't keep driving. You're gonna end up in jail over driving. That's the dumbest thing. I hate having people go to jail because they don't have a driver's license. But that's what's gonna happen if you keep driving on it. Okay.
He's in the process of resolving that, Your Honor.
I'm sorry?
His circumstances has changed and he's in the process of resolving that.
Okay, well, you just don't want, we got plenty of people in our jails. We don't need somebody else, that's what I'm telling you that. I'm not telling you, I'm not trying to threaten you, I'm just saying, we don't need any more people in our jail for driving on a suspended license. It's just, I don't like sending people to jail for that, but got to, okay? Good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Tony.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Morning.
I have one matter before the court today. State of Florida versus Abraham Arredondo. As he approaches, Your Honor, with regards to case number 2024 CF 2015F, due to negotiation with the state, we're reducing that to a misdemeanor charge of Florida Statute 790.053, open carry of a weapon. He will have 1129 probation, adjudication of guilt, $270 in court costs. He will forfeit his firearm, plus he has to attend the safety course. Can I approach, Your Honor?
Your Honor, that is the state's agreement.
Okay, thank you.
And Judge, I apologize for that hieroglyphic because it may be difficult for you to read.
Yes, Mr. Tony, you do make it a challenge for me to read plea agreements. How do you pronounce your name, sir? Arredondo? Okay. Mr. Arredondo, would you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that the information you're about to provide this court is the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? So you heard the state, excuse me, your attorney state the terms of the plea agreement. And you understand, I see those same terms are in the written plea agreement that you've signed. Have you gone over this agreement with your attorney in detail? Had all your legal questions answered? Because there is an adjudication of guilt, right? On the lesser included charge. You gone over all that with you?
Yes,
with
sir.
your attorney? You understand that by entering this plea agreement, this will be a final resolution of this case, but you're waiving the right to go to a trial.
Yes,
You
sir.
understand that? Believe that's in your best interest?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Based upon that testimony, the court will accept your plea agreement, and the court will adjudicate you guilty of the lesser included charge of carrying a weapon. It's got the statutory cite in the plea agreement, and the court is sentencing the defendant to 11 months, 29 days probation, $270 in court costs, and you must forfeit your firearm, and you must take a safety course. I assume that's a gun safety course.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, any questions?
No, sir.
State, anything on that? We're good?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
That's all I have.
Thank you, Miss. Oh, Miss Tony, I got somebody else here on yours.
Oh, that's right, Your Honor.
Gilbert? Yeah.
That's correct, Your Honor. Gilbert is, let me give the number to this.
I got it, 24 CF 1080.